nice night in Boston so far. The Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians play Game 1 of a 4-game series from Fenway Park. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox Baseball. With the news yesterday, the Red Sox had added Eric Bedard to the rotation. The uncertainty of Clay Buchholz for the rest of the season remains up in the air. Andrew Miller pitched well yesterday for the Red Sox. So the question now is, with all of these pitchers, what is the rotation? Terry Francona was asked before the game.
Andrew will be in the bullpen Thursday. Bedard threw 57 pitches, I think, in an inning and 2/3. You know, it was almost like probably hadn't pitched in a month. So the way we interpreted it from the Seattle guys is if he'd have pitched for them on Wednesday, they were going to hold him to about 75 or 80. So we probably need to somewhat stick close to that also.
We welcome in Jerry Remy, and Jerry, certainly exciting news for the Red Sox. We've seen Eric Bedard in the past with the Orioles. An interesting pickup.
Well, the search was on all weekend for a starting pitcher, and finally the Red Sox end up with Eric Bedard. And, you know, you look at his career numbers and his numbers from this season, and they're pretty impressive. You can see in 160 career games, 55 and 48, the 3.69 ERA. And this season, battling some injuries with Seattle in 16 starts, the 4-7 record, but the ERA at 3.45. So that's pretty darn good for Eric Bedard. Now, the Red Sox, of course, are going to start him in a game here against the Indians on Thursday night. He'll get his first chance in a Red Sox uniform, and they're hoping to put some depth in this rotation because the Clay Buchholz situation does not look good. So for now, the Red Sox will go with a 6-man rotation until they get an off day and then decide on 5 guys, and they'll probably go with the 5 hottest guys they've got.
Well, tonight for the Red Sox, it is John Lackey on the mound who tries to make it 5 wins in a row as he takes on the Cleveland Indians. Lackey is 9-8 on the season with a 6.20 earned run average. In his career, he's 6-7 against the Tribe. He'll try to do better tonight. Back with more from Fenway right after this. It's Game 1 of a 4-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. The Cleveland Indians are here to take on the Red Sox. The Red Sox were a team that started very poorly to begin the year. All this talent signed and traded for during the offseason, and the Red Sox started 2-10. Well, they're now back to playing like they expected this season. An incredible July was just wrapped up by the Red Sox. An amazing month for Boston. The Red Sox finished the month with the best record in the majors at 20-6. It was the team's first 20-win month since May of 2007, and it's the best July record in franchise history. They averaged over 6.5 runs per game, which also ranked first in the majors for the month and is their best run production in July since 1946. The Sox started the month 2.5 games out of first in the AL East, but now enjoy a 2-game lead over the Yankees. Well, the Cleveland Indians are here. They're just 2.5 games back in the American League Central, and with more on the Indians, here's Heidi Wadden.
Well done. The Cleveland Indians were very active at the trade deadline. Their biggest acquisition, of course, being pitcher Ubaldo Jimenez, who's expected to join the team on Wednesday and make his first start for the Indians on Friday. Therefore, he's going to miss this series against the Red Sox. They also acquired outfielder Kosuke Fukudome, since 2 of their starting outfielders are injured right now. I talked to manager Manny Acta about the moves.
Our front office went all out. We went after the 2 best players that were available. We were able to get one of them, Ubaldo, and we're very happy to have him aboard. He's a guy who's going to give us a chance to win every 5 days, and we're excited because these 2 months are going to be very important to us, and also very happy with the support that we have gotten from ownership and front office, because they believe in these guys and they have gone out there and done their best they can.
Now, the Indians have gone 6-10 since the All-Star break, dropping to 2.5 games back of Detroit in the standings. I talked to manager Manny Acta about why Cleveland hasn't been performing as well lately. He said they've had a lot of injuries to their team, and they don't have the depth in the organization to overcome that. He said they're trying right now just to maintain and stay in the race until they can get those guys back. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. On the mound tonight for the Cleveland Indians is Josh Tomlin. He is 11-5 with a 4.01 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch from Fenway right after this. Brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce, Kia, Bermuda Tourism, Dunkin' Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Fenway Park. Right now, blue skies above Fenway Park, where the lights are on, and it is a nice night here as the Red Sox open up a 4-game series with the Indians. Well, the Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the visiting Cleveland Indians starting 9. Michael Brantley is in left field, leading it off. Jason Kipnis at second base. As Drupal Cabrera is the shortstop. He bats third. Travis Hafner is the DH in the cleanup spot, with Carlos Santana doing the catching. Kosuke Fukudome in right field. He bats sixth. Matt Laporte at first base. Lonnie Chisenhall is at third base. He bats eighth. And Ezekiel Carrera is in center field. He bats ninth. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox is John Lackey, his 18th start of the year. Comes in at 9-8 with a 6.20 earned run average. 66 strikeouts for John in 97 1/3 innings, and opponents hitting at .303 against him. He is 6-7 in his career against the Indians, and a win last time out against Kansas City, going 5 2/3, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, as he has won 4 straight decisions in a row.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. The Red Sox is second in the American League in defense with 51 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis will be at third base. Marco Scutaro, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick. And Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for John Lackey.
Umpiring crew tonight, Mike Estabrook has got the play calling the balls and strikes with Todd Titchener at first base. Jerry Davis is the crew chief. He's at second base. And Angel Hernandez, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, nice conditions right now. They are expecting some rain to come through, but apparently it may have missed us. 85 degrees, breeze in from center field at 12 miles per hour, and partly cloudy the forecast for the remainder of the night. Some Phillies Twins here at the ballpark tonight as the Red Sox and Indians get ready to go from Fenway. Michael Brantley stands in and takes strike one. We're underway. Brantley hitting at .274 with 6 home runs and 40 runs batted in. There's strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2.
And a fastball followed up by a cut fastball by John Lester to quickly get ahead 0-2. You say John Lester?
Yes.
John Lackey.
0-2 is outside, 1-2. Brantley, whose former career high in home runs was 3, did that last year. Has got 6 home runs this year. And leading off and in left field for the Indians. The Indians are just 2.5 games back of the Tigers in the American League Central. And they got a big stretch coming up here right now and kind of figure out where they are. They've made some additions, as we talked about off the top, for Manny Acta, a team that I don't think anybody expected to be in the position they currently are, and had been in first place for a lot of the first half. But a good stretch here. They take on the Red Sox, and they're going to take on the Texas Rangers. Ubaldo Jimenez's first start will come against the Rangers on Friday. This one is tap foul. And then they have 3 with the Detroit Tigers, the team that is in the top spot in the Central. So this next 13 days is going to tell a lot to the Cleveland Indians.
Kind of wide open in the Central, isn't it?
Yes, especially after seeing the White Sox, who started to play better baseball. The Red Sox winning yesterday, and the White Sox dropping 4 games back, but they're still very much in the mix. And you can never count out the Minnesota Twins. They are 7 games back.
And they have come a long way back in getting healthy.
1-2 to Brantley is hit on the ground foul. And it's still 1-2. And tonight for the Indians, we will see Josh Tomlin on the mound. He beat the Red Sox earlier this season. And Josh Beckett in a game. Saw Mark Burley yesterday, works quick. They say that Tomlin actually works quicker than Burley. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Brantley says he foul tipped it. Umpire not agreeing as Saltalamacchia slaps a tag on him. Lackey strikes him out.
Now John Lackey going to the curveball to pick up the strikeout. Brantley was convinced he fouled that ball off, but it just certainly didn't look like it. And Jared Saltalamacchia applying the tag to get the out. So Brantley becomes the first out of the ball game on a strikeout.
I mentioned Lackey trying to get his 5th win in a row. He's 4-0. Last 4 decisions, he's won them all. And that is against Baltimore at home, at Tampa Bay, and at home against Seattle and Kansas City. There is Jason Kipnis, who takes ball 1. Kipnis now at second base, sitting at 136 with a home run, 2 runs batted in. Orlando Cabrera no longer with the Tribe, now a member of the San Francisco Giants. Also added Carlos Beltran, so the Giants were busy at the trade deadline also. Defending world champions. We have a 2-game lead in the NL West. Kipnis fouls it off to the left, out of play, 1-2.
And a couple of new names in this lineup from Cleveland since the last time we saw this ball club. Certainly Kipnis being one of them.
Spent most of the year at AAA Columbus. Kipnis sitting at .279 there in 91 games. Rounds it foul to the edge of the Red Sox dugout. He's leading the International League in triples with 9 at the time of his recall. His first major league hit against the Angels in a walk-off win fashion. Trying to go in on him. And his swing and a miss struck him out. Pitch down and in. Back-to-back case for Lackey to start his night. 2 down.
Now Lackey strikeout high in the season is 8. He did that against the Toronto Blue Jays. First 2 batter he faced tonight. Both strikeouts. That time the cut fastball doing the honors for John Lackey.
So 2 down as Drupal Cabrera, the batter. 289 hitter, 17 home runs, 61 runs batted in. On the ground right side, Pedroia charging. Picks and throws, and Lackey's got a 1-2-3 first inning. Done with half an inning. The Red Sox are coming up. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, the Red Sox starting lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off for the Red Sox. Justin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Kevin Youkilis at third, bats fourth. David Ortiz at DH with Carl Crawford in left field. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching, bats seventh. Josh Reddick in right, eighth. And Marco Scudero at shortstop, bats ninth. Josh Tomlin ready to work to Jacoby Ellsbury. Shows bunt and takes strike one.
Now Jacoby's been doing that a lot on the first pitch of games, showing bunt, and that's bringing in the third baseman, first baseman. Opens up a little room in the infield.
22nd start for Tomlin, 11-5 with a 4.01 earned run average. He's already beaten the Red Sox once this season. 3-1 win back on April 5th, and his last start went 8 innings, took a loss against LA, giving up 2 runs in 8 innings. Ready with the 0-2 pitch. In the air to center field. Guerrero's going back onto the base of the track to make the catch. And the first down at the bottom of the first inning.
Let's take a look at the Cleveland defense. They're 10th in the league, 71 errors on the season. Lonnie Chisenhall at third base as Drupal Cabrera the shortstop. Jason Kipnis at second and Matt Laporta the first baseman. An outfield of Brantley, Carrera, and Fukudome. And Carlos Santana doing the catching for Tomlin.
One out here in the bottom of the first inning. Justin Pedroia the batter. And he takes strike one. .309, 15 home runs, 57 runs batted in. That is outside, 1-1. They led the majors in July with 46 hits, 27 runs, 18 extra base hits. Great month for him, and he likes August. First at bat on August the 1st is a base hit into left field.
First time Dustin faced Tomlin was back in Cleveland, went 1 for 3 in that ball game against him, gets a cut fastball here and finds the hole between third and short for the base hit. The dive by Cabrera, but he can't come up with it, and the Red Sox have a base runner.
1 out, 1 on, and Adrian Gonzalez coming up. 357 average, 18 home runs, and 90 runs batted in for Adrian. He was 5 for 9 in the series against the White Sox as he takes ball 1. Leads the majors with a 357 average. 90 runs batted in, 153 hits. Also leads the majors. As Tomlin checks on Pedroia diving back to the bag. .21 out of 24 for Dustin. Just inside, framed by Santana. And it is 2-0. 10-game hitting streak for Adrian coming in, hitting at .535 during the streak. That'll miss. Ball 3, 3-0.
Tried a couple of two-seam fastballs to try to get that ground ball and missing on both of them to run the count to 3 balls and no strikes.
There's a strike, and it's 3-1. Kevin Youkilis is waiting on deck as the Red Sox bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Gonzalez sending it foul, full count.
3-1 changeup that time to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez fouling it straight back. There's the off-speed pitch by Tomlin. Good pitch down in the zone. First changeup we've seen him throw tonight.
Runner goes. Gonzalez fouls it off into the seats. Pedroia will head back to first base. 3-2 still to Adrian Gonzalez. Throw to first, and Pedroia back to the bag. Tomlin has given up 18 home runs on the year. 12 of them have been solo shots. Tied for 4th most in the American League. There goes Pedroia again, and a pop-up in the infield. Left side as Drupal Cabrera, the shortstop, makes the catch for the second out. 2 down.
3-2 curveball that time to Adrian Gonzalez. You see the roll of the curveball and the pop up to the shortstop. Gonzalez upset with himself for popping that pitch up.
So 2 down here in the first inning. Pedroia at first base, and Kevin Youkilis the batter. 273, 15 homers, 74 runs batted in for Youkilis. Youkilis 2 for 12 in the series against the White Sox. Did have a home run and a couple of runs batted in. Swinging a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. It's 1-1. This will be the final series of the regular season between the Red Sox and the Indians. Two clubs have already played twice in Cleveland this year so far. Red Sox are 2-4 against the Indians so far this season. The Indians swept them in the first time the Red Sox were in Cleveland. 1-1 is on the ground up the middle. Cabrera ranges, gets it, throws off balance, and not in time. The infield hit for Kevin Youkilis.
Well, you had both the shortstop Cabrera and the second baseman Kipnis thinking they could both make this play, so they both go for the baseball. That eliminates any forced play at second base, and the throw to first not in time to get Youkilis.
So 2 on, 2 down, and a chance here for David Ortiz. Great Poppy hitting it. 293, 20 home runs and 68 runs batted in. They swing the infield into a shift, and the outfield pretty dramatic as well. Ezequiel Carrera, the center fielder, well into right center.
It's funny how we see some teams shifting to the other opposite field in the outfield, strictly to pull for the Indians.
Here's a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop is Drupal Cabrera, who's been busy in this inning, makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox strand a pair. Done with one, no score from Fenway. And for Cleveland Indians, right now you can go to redsox.com/tickets, as there are standing room only tickets and a limited number of seats just released for this great summer games. Get your tickets right now at redsox.com/tickets, and also call 877-RED SOX 9 or visit Fenway Park Ticket Office for all ticketing information about any upcoming Red Sox game. Good to see Justin Masterson in the house. He'll be pitching in this series, matched up against John Lester on Thursday night. That should be good. Masterson this season 8-7 with a 2.56 earned run average. Travis Hafner has a ground ball back up the middle to Marco Scudero. Run around the bag at second. Throws out Hafner for the first out here the second inning. Hafner batting in the cleanup spot and healthy again. DHing for the Indians. He is out number 1 of the second inning. Here comes Carlos Santana. Santana hitting .231, 15 home runs, 47 runs batted in.
Right now in a 3-game hitting streak, 5 for 13.
Santana takes ball 1. Was involved in a gruesome injury here at Fenway Park when she had his leg caught underneath him and required season-ending surgery. Not one of his favorite locations as great young catcher for the Cleveland Indians. We got to look at when we were in Cleveland earlier this year. 15 home runs, 47 runs batted in for him, playing on an everyday basis. Trying to come in. And he gets jammed. A little pop up. Youkilis down from third and foul ground. Takes care of out number 2.
John Lackey with the cut fastball that time, getting in on the hands of Carlos Santana. And getting that little pop up to third base to Kevin Youkilis. There's the cutter from Lackey inside. And the result, the little pop up to third for the second out of the inning.
2 down here in the second. Kosuke Fukudome, this member of the Cleveland Indians, and starting in right field, former Chicago Cub. He was traded on July 27th for Abner Abreu and Carlton Smith. One an outfielder, one a right-handed pitcher. Fukudome, an all-star in 2008 for the Cubs. And there for strike 1, 1-1. Yankees retired the first 5 Indians he has faced tonight. 2 by way of the K, 2 ground outs and a foul out. There is strike 2. Swing and a miss. Lackey strikes him out. Third strikeout for Lackey. Another 1-2-3 inning. We're scoreless from Fenway. It's and pit passes for you and 3 friends to watch the MoveThatBlock.com 225 Izod Indy Race in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Visit NESN.com/Indy Race to read the official rules and enter to win by August 4th. Bottom of the second inning as Carl Crawford leads it off and takes strike one from Josh Tomlin. Red Sox threatened in the first inning but did not score. They had 2 on with 2 outs, and Ortiz popped out. Crawford on a check swing foul. Is down 0-2. That misses ball 1, 1-2. Chop foul by the Red Sox dugout, hangs at 1-2.
Crawford 2 for 12 in the series against the Chicago White Sox. Average at 244, as Don mentioned, to start the ball game.
Line foul back into the seats. Good numbers against the Indians in 6 games this year for Carl. Up and away, 2-2. Carl's got 6 home runs on the year. 2 have come against the Indians. First in a Red Sox uniform is in Cleveland. The pop up into shallow left as Michael Brantley coming in will make the catch for the first out of the second inning. Nice to see David Gregory and his son Max join the ball game today. NBC's Meet the Press host by the Red Sox dugout here tonight.
That's a show I wouldn't want to be on. There are too many probing questions.
They may delve too deeply into your.
Exactly.
First time either of them have been to Fenway Park and soaking up the atmosphere here tonight. Yeah, you may fold under pressure.
Crack, just totally crack.
Live. 1 out is.
Okay, I did do it. I did do it.
And then there's more. Jared Saltalamacchia at 261. 9 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Line into right field. This will get down and jump off the fan. It'll be second base awarded to Jared Saltalamacchia. 1 out double here in the second inning. 3rd Boston hit of the night.
And Saltalamacchia runs his hitting streak to 9 games now. He gets a cut fastball and lines it in fair territory down that right field line, bouncing up in the stands for the ground rule double. So Salty in scoring position at second base with 1 out.
Now get a 9-game hitting streak very quietly, hitting at 382 during the streak. He's in scoring position with 1 out for Josh Reddick. Toting the .331 average, 4 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Lined into center field, a base hit. Saltalamacchia being waved around, now stopped as Carrera guns it in. It's a good thing Tim Bogart stopped him. Carrera showing off a good arm, would have had him.
That's an excellent charge put on by Carrera in center field, and he threw an absolute strike to home plate. So the wise choice by Tim Bogart, holding up Saltalamacchia at third base. Had a good jump off second, was waving him, but then he sees exactly where Correa fielded that ball and held him up. Good secondary lead, going on contact, planning on scoring, but could not.
So first and third, 1 out. Second straight inning, the Red Sox have had 2 on. Marco Scudero, the batter. He takes ball 1. Tomlin wanted it and misses away. 269, 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in for Marco Scudero. A very good series against the White Sox, going 5 for 10 in the series, 3 runs batted in. Go to first, and back is Reddick.
Slight hesitation at first base by Josh Reddick, but he still gets back with the head first slide.
Diving back again is Reddick.
And Tomlin showing some pretty quick feet for a right-hander right there, trying to make those pickoff moves at first base.
Reddick takes off as Scudero fouls it off down the right field line, and the count evens at 1-1.
Red Sox have been doing that quite a bit with Scudero hitting ninth. They've been playing a lot of hit and run with Scudero. That time Marco fouling it off with Reddick off at first base. See the big hole open up between first and second, but the ball hit foul by Scudero.
Swing and a miss, and Scudero down 1-2. Tomlin's given up a total of 4 hits now in the first 2 innings of work, inning and a third to be exact. Marco against the Indians, 54 career games, a .301 average. Saltalamacchia at third base, Reddick at first base, 1 down. Throw over and back to the bag is Reddick. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Saltalamacchia scores from third base. Throw goes to third, and Reddick will be safe there. RBI single from Marco Scudero has the Red Sox on top 1-0.
That's what he wanted to do on the hit and run, put a ground ball in that direction. This time he does it and drives in a run. Gets that cut fastball actually off the outside part of the plate. Nice piece of hitting there by Scudero as he finds that hole past the second baseman Kipnis. Reddick all the way to third base. The Red Sox have a first and third now with 1 out and take the lead.
Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury flied out to the warning track in center field. Ezequiel Carrera got back there to make the catch on the track. Ellsbury grounds it back off Tomlin. He has got Reddick hung up. As they run Reddick back towards third, they'll apply the tag. Still haven't got him. Now they do. That's the first swipe by the third baseman, Chisenhall. And Reddick is finally thrown out at the bag.
Well, the whole idea there is to stay out of the double play, and a pretty good job by Reddick in the rundown. He almost gets by the tag. Actually does get by the tag, but it's Tomlin there. Heads up by the pitcher to get back and cover third base.
So it is first and second now with Dustin Pedroia, the batter. He singled in the first inning and takes ball 1 from Tomlin. Red Sox with 5 hits in the game so far as they bat here in the second inning. Finally get their first run after stranding a pair in the first inning. Pedroia fouls it off, and it evens at 1-1. John Lackey, perfect through 2 innings tonight, 3 strikeouts. 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Mentioned earlier, Pedroia leading the majors in hits in the month of July with 46. It's the most hits for a Red Sox player during July of any season since 1939. And 3 future Hall of Famers each collected more. Bobby Doerr with 52, Ted Williams with 48, and Jimmy Fox with 47. It's back in 1939. 1-2 is outside. Send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, Theo Epstein talked about the reasons behind the move for Eric Bedard. I'll have the general manager's perspective in the next inning.
Okay, thanks very much, Heidi. We look forward to that as Dustin Pedroia waits here on a 2-2 pitch. In the air to right. Bucadome going back. He will get there to make the catch shy of the track. That ends the inning. Red Sox get a run in through 2. It's 1-0 Boston. On Saturday, Tampa Bay Rays Executive Vice President Andrew Friedman had to deal with more than just a decision whether to move B.J. Upton by the trade deadline. Friedman was taken to the hospital where he underwent surgery to remove his appendix. While recovering from the procedure, he continued to work on trade possibilities leading up to yesterday's 4 p.m. deadline. That was perhaps the reason the Rays didn't make any moves. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. The refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted.
Do you still have your appendix done?
I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think mine's too old to probably go now.
You never know. It could happen at any time. Matt Laporta leading it off here in the 3rd inning. Laporta, Chisenhall, and Carrera face John Lackey here in the 3rd inning. 236 hitter, 10 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Lackey with 3 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, 2 groundouts and a foul out. Chop towards short. Scudero coming in. Throws out Laporta for the first out of the inning. Check in with Heidi.
Don, we are assuming and hoping Sox GM Theo Epstein was healthy as he was making some deadline deals yesterday. He, of course, acquired Eric Bedard from Seattle, and the 32-year-old lefty is expected to be here tomorrow. Epstein talked about the move earlier today.
He's a talented guy who, when he's on the mound, likes to compete, and he's coming into it. You know, I think the 24 other guys in this clubhouse are going to embrace him, and you know, he can beat good teams, and that's what you need, you know, to get where we want to eventually go.
Bedard has been on the disabled list with a sprained left knee. He did throw 57 pitches in his outing on Friday, so the Red Sox are going to be cautious with him in his first couple of starts. Bedard has been on a good run. He has a 2.35 ERA over his last 12 starts. He is, of course, slated to pitch on Thursday. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. We look forward to that first start for him. As Lonnie Chisenhall batting here for the Indians, count even at 1-1.
They have moved John Lester back to start the first game against the Yankees on Friday here at Fenway. And of course, Bedard making his first start, as Heidi said, on Thursday night here against the Indians.
In the air to center field, Jacoby Ellsbury over a few steps. Makes the catch for the second out of the third inning. Chisenhall retired 8 in a row. Retired by John Lackey to start the night, and Ezekiel Carrera is coming up. 267, no homers, 4 runs batted in for Carrera. Called back up on July 14th in the midst of his second stint with the Indians. He was on May 20th through the 25th the first time. As he takes ball 1 from Lackey. In there for strike 1, 1-1. Last 2 starts for Lackey. He's given up 6 runs in 5 1/3 innings in each of his last 2 against the Indians. That one kind of surrounds the plate. Lackey wanted it. It's ball 2.
Lackey tries the curveball, tried to backdoor the curveball here and just missed the outside corner.
Fouled off, 2-2. Ace Ticket announces their no special. The Red Sox pitcher throws a no-hitter at Fenway, and you purchase that game's ticket from Ace Ticket, you'll go for free. Visit aceticket.com for more details. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ezekiel Carrera. Chops it foul outside of third. Lackey has won 4 straight decisions. 4 starts since July 9th and had a 2.52 earned run average during that time. 7 earned runs in 25 innings. Foul that is. Saltalamacchia trying to sell it, that he caught it. Umpire not buying it.
Bounced off a part of his body. And you can't catch it after it bounces off a part of your body. It bounces off right there, his foot, also the dirt, and then back into the glove of Saltalamacchia.
And the leg again.
Pretty quick hands, though.
Down and in, ball 3, full count. So Lackey was 4-1 in July. He's now 28-14 in July in his career. Best record in any month of his career. Carrera lines one that is just out of the reach of Pedroia into right center. Carrera with a wide turn, he'll throw the brakes on. And a wild throw gets away, and he will take second. Hugging around second. And he'll return to second base. Errant throw coming back from the outfield. So a single and an error.
And that'll be the first error of the season on Jacoby Ellsbury. The base hit by Carrera up the middle, just by the glove of Dustin Pedroia. Matter of fact, it might have touched the glove of Dustin Pedroia. We'll have to see. Not quite sure if it did, but it got by him, and then Jacoby Ellsbury going to pick the ball up, throws it errantly into the infield, and Carrera gets to second base. So that's only the first error of the season on Jacoby Ellsbury.
So 2 down, Carrera now in scoring position. Michael Brantley, the batter. And Brantley struck out swinging in the first inning. One of 3 strikeouts tonight for John Lackey. There was actually on Josh Reddick in right field.
Oh, it was Reddick that threw the ball.
Yes. So a base hit for Carrera. They're charged to Reddick, has Carrera at second base. Two-0 is in there for strike over the outside corner. 2-1. Lackey had retired the first 8 Indians he faced tonight, but Carrera with a single here with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Now Michael Brantley waiting on a 2-1. Lines it to right, and this will get in. Goes back to the track on the wall. Scoring from second is Carrera to tie the game. Into second with an RBI double goes Michael Brantley, and the Indians tied up 1-1. So the error really costly here as the Indians grab a run to tie the game.
Yeah, it does hurt because Brantley picks up this base hit that gets past Josh Reddick out in right field, and up coming across is Carrera to tie the ball game. Runs all the way out to the Foxwood side. So Brantley and Carrera exchange places, and we get a tie ball game.
There's Jason Kipnis, who struck out swinging in the first inning. And swings at the first pitch, fouling it off to the left. It's Jam, a little pop-up to Pedroia at second base that ends the inning. Game tied now 1-1, but coming up for the Red Sox, Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Youkilis, and David Ortiz. 3, 4, and 5 coming up when we come back. Powered by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. All the way from Germany, first Red Sox game here at Fenway Park. Welcome.
A lot of Red Sox fans in Germany.
Last half of the 3rd inning, game tied 1-1. Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Youkilis, and David Ortiz the bat. Adrian popped out to the shortstop Asdrubal Cabrera in the first inning. Lines this into left field, a ringing single for Adrian Gonzalez to start the third inning.
Gonzalez went down on a curveball back in the first inning. This time he gets the cut fastball from Tomlin and quickly shoots it into left field for the base hit. What a beautiful swing Gonzalez has. Weight staying back, head on the baseball, head on contact. Nice follow through.
Hitting streak extends to 11 games now for Adrian. He is at first for Kevin Youkilis, who takes ball one up and away. Youkilis reached on an infield hit in the first inning. One of 6 hits Red Sox have in the game tonight. Breaking ball in there for strike one, 1-1. Two and one now to Youkilis. David Ortiz waits on deck. Josh Tomlin from Tyler, Texas, 26 years of age. Time called. Youkilis backs out. Last year with the Indians in 12 starts, he was 6-4. Logged 73 innings last year, spending half the year in Cleveland, half the year at AAA Columbus. Youkilis takes ball 3, 3-1. Second 3-ball count of the night for Tomlin. Hasn't walked anybody so far tonight, has no strikeouts. Youkilis fouls it off, full count.
Youkilis got his fastball on that 3-1 count, but it was a little bit up and in. And Youkilis fouling it straight back.
Gonzalez at first and a 3-2 to Youkilis. They sent foul off to the right, out of play. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the third inning. Had a 1-0 lead, but the Indians came back with a run in the top half of the inning to tie up the game 1-1. And the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball laced down the left field line, foul. Back into the seats, a hot shot.
Youkilis gets the curveball on the 3-2 count. Hits it hard, hits it on the line, but foul. Knew it right away.
The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Kevin Youkilis. In the air to center field. Ezequiel Carrera going back onto the track at the wall. It's off the wall. Gonzalez is headed to third base and beyond. They're going to try and score him. Throw goes towards third base. A run in. It gets away now. Youkilis will try and score. The throw is in time to get Youkilis at the plate. Adrian Gonzalez had scored ahead of him. And the Red Sox have taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, Youkilis taking this deep to center field. I think Carrera was surprised how deep it did go, and then it bounces by him. Right there, he's trapped up against the garage door. He throws it back in and makes an errant throw back into the infield. That's going to allow Gonzalez to score. Now Youkilis tries to score and the ball that gets by. but Santana there to make the tag right on the neck before Youkilis gets the hand on home plate. What a crazy looking play that was, but the Red Sox do pick up a run.
So one down in the inning. Youkilis with his 75th RBI of the year gets credit for a triple. Gun down at the plate. And it brings up David Ortiz. Base is empty now. And David takes strike one over the inside corner. Popped out to the shortstop as Drupal Cabrera in the first inning. That's outside, 1-1. So the Red Sox have had base runners in every inning. Left 2 on in the first, scored a run in the second. Left 2 on in the second inning, and now have scored a run here in the third. Ball 2, 2-1. Tomlin about to throw his 50th pitch of his outing. Through 2 1/3 innings. Ortiz takes strike 2, 2-2. Very quiet series in Chicago for Ortiz. He was 1 for 13 in the series. Chops it. Diving at first is Laporte. He'll get up and flip to the pitcher. Tomlin covering for out number 2.
Now Laporta makes a fine play on that, but even if he lets it go, he's got Kitness, who is back there ready to make the play. But a nice diving play at first base by Matt Laporta. You can see if it gets by him, he's got his second baseman right behind him. Just a natural instinct to go for the ball and make the play. Underhand flip to Tomlin, covered first base, pick up the out.
Carl Crawford swings and fouls one down off his shoe tops. Slide out to left field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Outside, 1-1. When the Sox win, you win. Buy any lobster sandwich at D'Angelo the day after a Sox win and get a free small sandwich on your rewards card. See participating stores or D'Angelo's.com for details. High drive, deep right for Crawford, back towards the wall, and it is gone into the bullpen. Carl Crawford, who already has 2 home runs this season against the Indians, has got another and puts the Red Sox on top 3-1.
Now that ball was very similar to one he hit here on the last homestand that would have won a game for a Red Sox, except it just died out there. Well, this one carries into the bullpen area. He gets the cut fastball that hangs out over the plate, and Crawford with the home run.
Last home run was June 8th against the Yankees, as Crawford has given the Red Sox a 2-run lead.
Remember that ball I was talking about, Don, that just died out there in the outfield?
Yes.
Not tonight.
The 0-2 is up high, 1-2 to Saltalamacchia. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express is committed to helping the cause. Tomlin giving up 2 runs here in the third inning, including the home run by Carl Crawford. Two-2 pitch to Saltalamacchia. Swing and a miss. Gets away briefly from Santana. He'll fire down to first for the out. for a strikeout for Josh Tomlin, but the Red Sox get 2, including the home run by Crawford. It's 3-1 Boston. Flamethrower brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce. Cholula brings the heat and the flavor to every meal. Yesterday in Chicago, Jonathan Papelbon came into the game to protect a one-run lead in the ninth. Struck out the side to record his 25th save of the season. Flamethrower is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce. Cholula brings the heat and the flavor to every meal. 3-1, Red Sox on top now. Top half of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park. There's Drupal Cabrera, Travis Hafner, and Carlos Santana about here in the inning against John Lackey. Cabrera grounded out to second base in the first inning. Indians have 2 hits off John Lackey so far tonight. Now they get another. Cabrera into right center field for a base hit. Reddick over to get it back in again. Leadoff single for Asdrubal Cabrera.
We're talking about Kyle Crawford last Thursday afternoon. A ball that looked like it was going to be out of the ballpark and it just fell short as Francoeur was made the catch. But tonight, no falling short for Kyle Crawford into the bullpen for the home run. Crawford picking up home run number 7 on the season.
Indians trying to answer here, have the lead runner on in the top half of the fourth inning. Travis Hafner grounded out to shortstop in the second. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Part of our key matchup brought to you by Honda. 5 for 29 against Lackey, just a 172 average. Outside 1-1 now to Hafner. He's on the DL for better than a month with a strained right oblique muscle. So 1-1 misses for ball 2, 2-1.
Red Sox not in a complete shift in the infield for Hafner, but certainly playing him to pull.
in the air to right center field. Ellsbury and Reddick, and Ellsbury cuts over to make the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. Hafner retired. He is 0 for 2.
Almost looked like there was a little confusion out there. I think Ellsbury thought that maybe Reddick was going to make the play, and then at the last minute, Reddick looking at Ellsbury, and he had to pick it up a little bit. Unable to make the play easily and pick up the first out of the inning.
So 1 out. Cabrera at first base and Carlos Santana the batter. Fouled out to Kevin Youkilis, third base, back in the 2nd inning. Santana takes strike 1. We're talking about his injury from last year, August 2nd. It was a year ago tomorrow that this injury took place here at Fenway Park. And ended up having many surgeries on the knee afterwards, and that'd be the end of his season last year. This is lined into right field for a base hit. Cabrera heads for third base. Santana has got his first hit, and the Indians have runners at first and third with 1 out.
Now Santana extends a hitting streak to 4 games. He is now 6 for his last 15 as he gets a cut fastball from just John Lackey and just out of the reach of Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Indians play a little first and third as Cabrera goes to third base.
First and third, 1 down. Kosuke Fukudome about to stand in. Fukudome struck out in the 2nd inning, swinging. Now chops one right side. Pedroia will go to second base for 1, back to first. It is not in time, and a run in. As Drupal Cabrera scores, and the Indians are within a run now. It's 3-2.
Well, Pedroia had to go a couple of steps to his left to try to turn this thing. They go very quickly around the middle infield, but not quite in time to get Fukudome at first base. Hitting out of that left-handed batter's box gives him a couple of extra steps to beat that ball out.
So 2 down. Fukudome at first base. Matt Laporta the batter. Grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1. Chop foul, and it is 0-1. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Since 2004, who are the only 2 pitchers to throw 5+ innings in each of their first 20 major league games? We'll be answered for you a little bit later. First pitch strikes the last 6 batters for John Lackey. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Runner goes as the throw is a good one, and out at second base is Fukudome, gunned down by Saltalamacchia. The Indians get a run. It's 3-2 Red Sox at the end of 3.5.
end of the inning.
So it's on to the home half of the bottom of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park. 8-9-1 for the Red Sox. Josh Reddick, Marco Scutaro, Jacoby Ellsbury featured in the inning. Reddick with a single in the second inning, 1 for 1. And the newest member of the Red Sox, Mike Aviles, has come out on deck here to bat for Marco Scutaro. So I'm not sure if Marco injured himself. But Aviles will have a chance here to bat for the first time at Fenway Park in Red Sox uniform. And after just being here last week with the Kansas City Royals, now he's in the other dugout. There's a swing and a miss. Two is chopped down to first base. Laporte has got it. He'll run to the bag and tag it for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And here comes Mike Aviles in his first Fenway Park plate appearance in a Red Sox uniform. Aviles acquired Saturday from Kansas City in exchange for Yamaiko Navarro. As he takes strike one over the inside corner. Aviles with a swing and a miss, going to change his mind in the middle, and it's 0-2. Swinging a foul back to the screen, 0-2.
Now let's see if we can see anything here from Marco Scutaro as he comes across the bag, makes the throw to first base. Hard to tell exactly what may have happened to Scutaro on that particular play, if it was on that particular play. But right now out of the ball game.
70th pitch for Tomlin. It's a breaking ball for strike three. Aviles strikes out. There's two down. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don, Mike Aviles didn't attempt to hide his excitement on Saturday after being traded from the Royals to the Red Sox, so much so that he had said a short while ago that he didn't like being a utility player, but he's since changed that stance.
In this situation, we're in first place, arguably best team in baseball, and have a chance to win a championship. In that situation, it's going to take more than 25 guys on the roster to win a championship, and I'm more than fortunate enough to be, here and along for that ride. So I'm excited for it, and it honestly doesn't bother me one bit.
Aviles said it's a dream come true to come play on a contending team. He can play all infield positions, but Terry Francona said the Sox may actually try to play him in the outfield as well. Aviles said he played the outfield for a summer when he was in college and is not opposed to giving it a try here in Boston. Don?
Well, Heidi, thank you very much.
I think, a matter of fact, during batting practice this afternoon, I believe he was out in right field taking some fly balls off the bat in batting practice.
Two down here in the fourth inning. 1-1 to Ellsbury is a broken bat. Little pop up as Drupal Cabrera will make the catch running into the infield to grab it. It's a 1-2-3 fourth inning. 3-2 Red Sox lead at the end of 4. Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. (3-2). Red Sox on top of the Cleveland Indians. Top half of the 5th inning. Mike Aviles stays in the game at shortstop after pinch hitting for Marco Scudero. Matt Laporta to lead it off here for the Indians. Laporta, Chisenhall, and Pereira to bat in the 5th. There's the first pitch ball from John Lackey. Laporta grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. Indians getting runs in the 3rd and 4th against Lackey. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Having a good time out there tonight.
Well, the camera's getting up close and personal tonight up in the Dunkin' Dugout.
Pitch 60 for Lackey. It is down and away, and it is 2-2. Holds up as they check it first, and Todd Titchener said he didn't offer. 3-2. Full count now to Matt Laporta. Second full count of the night for Lackey, who's not yet walked anybody. On deck is Lonnie Chisenhall and Ezekiel Carrera to bat here in the top half of the 5th. Laporta chops it out towards Aviles at shortstop, plants and throws, and it's in plenty of time to get Laporta. Well, tonight after our Red Sox coverage, stay with Nesson for Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial with Randy Scott. Take a look back at the career of Randy Moss, who announced his retirement today, and one of his former teammates and current Patriot, Kevin Falk, will tell you about his return to the Pats and his new teammates. For all this and much more, stay with us for Nesson Daily after our Red Sox coverage. One out here in the 5th inning, and Lonnie Chisenhall coming up. Flied out to center field in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Chisenhall began the year at AAA Columbus. 65 games there, hitting at .265. Called up on June 27th, made his major league debut against Arizona in interleague play, and got his first home run off Boone Logan of the New York Yankees. A week later, July 6th. Little pop up sending Pedroia out to the outfield grass. 2 down. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Marco Scudero left the game tonight due to dizziness. So Mike Aviles now at shortstop. 2 down here in the 5th. Ezekiel Carrera, 1 for 1 tonight, singled in the 3rd inning. Let's send it down to Heidi.
Don, drama in Detroit as a pitcher is ejected while a no-hitter's going on and two teams nearly erupt in a brawl. We'll show you how it unfolded next inning.
1-1 to Carrera is just outside, 2-1. Lackey coming in individually at 9-8, trying to grab his 10th win of the year. He's got a 3-2 lead right now, working with 2 outs in the 5th. This is sent foul, 2-2. '70th pitch for Lackey. And it is outside, full count. He'll grab his 10th win here tonight. It'd be the 8th consecutive season with at least 10 wins for John Lackey since 2004. Three-two pitch. Chopped softly by the mound. Gonzalez will flip backhanded to Lackey. Gets the foot on the bag in time. Nice play and some good footwork from John Lackey. Also Gonzalez with a nice play. 3-2 Red Sox. Heidi will have all that action from Detroit when we come back. You by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. 3-2 Red Sox on top. Nice play by Adrian Gonzalez and John Lackey to end last inning.
Yeah, what a play by Lackey. Watch the flip. It's going to be behind Lackey. He's going to reach back for it and then find the first base bag. And he does that and records the out. Tremendous play by Lackey. There's that backhanded flip from Gonzalez behind John. He's able to make the catch, tag the bag, and get the out. That is a tough play to make for a pitcher going over to cover first base.
Here is Dustin Pedroia to lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pedroia singled in the first, flied out to right in the second, a 1-for-2 game. Rolls it over foul, and it is 1-1. Infield set up straight away on Pedroia, who has singled to left field and flied out to right. In the air to right center field. Ezequiel Carrera going back into the triangle area to make the catch out there for out number 1 of the inning. Let's send it down to Heidi.
Don, yesterday the Tigers and Angels had quite a battle in Detroit. Tigers pitcher Justin Verlander had a no-hitter going through 7 when this happened. Carlos Guillen hits a home run off of Jared Weaver and decided to do some definite showboating after hitting the bomb. He said he did it because Weaver had yelled at a teammate, Maglio Ordonez, after he homered earlier in the game. Both sides were warned as tensions mounted, and yet Weaver threw at the next batter, Alex Avila. Anyway, he was ejected from the game. Meanwhile, Verlander had that no-hitter going in the 8th inning when the first batter, Eric Ibar, bunted to get on base. Kind of a no-no that late in a no-hitter. He reached on an errant throw, so the no-hitter was still intact. Verlander ended up giving up a hit later in the inning, but after the game he said he wasn't happy with the bunt. He called that move Bush League. Tigers still won the game 3-1, but Don, what do you think of all that drama in Detroit?
Well, I listened to a lot of the things Verlander said after the game. He said that, but he also said that it was a 3-0 game, so
yeah, exactly.
It's within play.
I don't agree with that. I would have bunted too, especially considering what had happened prior to that. Now, I would also expect that if I did bunt, that I would pay the price probably the next time that I saw Verlander.
Very soon.
Probably one in the ribs.
Yes.
And but the fact is, it still is a winnable ball game, and it's why not bunt? That's what Ibar does. But how about the show by Guillen?
That was unbelievable. There is Cadillacing around, and there's that.
Wow.
This is on the ground back to the mound. Tomlin picks it nicely and throws out Gonzalez, 2 down.
I always felt in those situations, and I've been involved in a lot of them, and I did bunt quite a bit, that if it was a 9th inning, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
And you swing away, try to get a base hit that way. But that was the 8th inning, and still trying to win a game, and all that had taken place before that, I can certainly understand it. But again, like I said, I would expect repercussions.
Look at this thing, though.
This is out of control.
I'm looking at it. I'm going to take a step. I might look at you now.
I'm
going to flip the bat and look at you.
And I'm going to do a little
sideways. The sideways thing really is a lot at some point. So you can understand why the next guy ended up getting thrown at. As Euclid stands in.
Well, actually, I don't understand that.
No?
No, I don't. I mean...
because the other guy then has to put up with something your teammate did.
Exactly.
Which probably happened to you more than once. Somebody else did something and they hit you.
Why you hitting me?
What did I do?
I can't do anything. What am I going to do?
That's like, here's what I don't understand. Maybe you can explain it to me. The Red Sox have had this happen this year. You're pummeling a team. You come up with 11 runs against them, and then they go hit you. Like you're not supposed to hit any more runs or score any more. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Well, you're supposed to pitch inside every once in a while.
Right.
If a team's pounding you, and we had that in the Baltimore series, they're just pounding the baseball all over the ballpark, and yet none of the pitches would come inside to move the Red Sox off the plate to try to create some more plate for themselves. It just didn't happen. I don't know. Sometimes this game's hard to figure out, but
these unwritten rules sometimes are tough to follow. But
they are.
You can confirm them for us every now and again. It'd be great. 2-2 is popped up foul, backing out of play.
Well, that's if I have a job after tonight, which I think this might be my last game, Don. Do you believe in dreams?
Could be it. You know what? A lot of the dreams I've had have come true. So
really? So I'm in bad shape.
For you.
I had a bad dream last night.
Tell us about it.
Well, I don't know if we got time right now.
We'll hear Jerry's dream maybe a little later. Stay with us. This is in the air to right field. Fukudome is back there. He's got room, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. Jerry's dream could be coming up next inning. We don't know. Come back and join us. 3-2. Red Sox have the lead. Red Sox Game Day Live presented by Uno's with TC, Jim, and Heidi at 6:30. Get a preview of Josh Beckett's start tomorrow night, and we hope to hear from the newest Red Sox player, Eric Bedard. Plus, the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will bring you all the latest Red Sox news. Coming up tomorrow night, our live coverage begins at 6, and it's only on NESN. Doug Flutie here at the ballpark tonight, and as always, Doug Flutie looks like he's got his glove with him.
He catches a foul ball every time he goes to a game, right?
Yes, something like 5 in a row or something. So he is ready to go if that happens as we head here to the top half of the 6th inning. Red Sox holding on to a 3-2 advantage. Michael Brantley, the top of the Indians order to lead it off. Brantley, Kipnis, and Cabrera. On the ground to first base. Gonzalez has got it. He'll flip to Lackey again. A little easier play this time. And it's 3-1 on the put out of Brantley. Pitching line for John Lackey, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 3 Ks. And we thank you for coming back this inning because Jerry's going to tell us about his dream.
Well, I've been having some strange ones recently, but last night was a scary one. And if you believe dreams are coming true, I'm doing my last game tonight.
This is it?
This is it.
Wow, what happens to you?
Well, I was walking in Times Square with our esteemed director, Michael Narachi. Now, I don't know if we were coming back from dinner or we were, whatever we were doing, we were in Times Square.
Okay.
And Michael came up to me with a long face and he said, Sean McGrail has put me in charge of you.
Mike's in charge of you.
He's in charge of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, really? And he said, yes. And he says, you're fired because I've never liked you.
Oh.
I don't like you now, and I've never liked you.
Oh.
And
wow.
I was stunned. And, and I said, well, who's going to do the games?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Buck Martinez and Jim Palmer. So,
oh, I like Buck. I've worked with Buck in the playoffs.
Well, I know you'd be happy. I know you'd be happy. So
that's great news.
So I tried to negotiate, to be able to. I said, I'm not ready to quit. I'm not ready to, be fired. I want to do more games. So he said, well, we'll let you do 5 spots next year.
5. This is in the air to right. Reddick twists around, and it's going to be over his head. And one hop the wall as Kipnis heads to second base and is in safely with a 1-out double. So you try to negotiate for 5 games all of next year.
All of next year. We come up with a price of $5 per game. So next year I'm going to make $25.
And you were okay with this deal?
It's the only deal I have to take. And unless I can find a job somewhere else. But this could be it tonight. If Buck or Jim Palmer show up tomorrow, I'm done.
Wow.
And I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there saying, I hope they do.
Oh, I think I still have Buck on my speed dial.
Fortunately, they both have jobs, I hope, for the rest of the year.
They do. Yes, Buck is right here. I could call him right now.
You can tell him he better be in
Great
tomorrow.
News, Buck.
Michael Narachi.
Michael, he never liked you. He doesn't like you now.
And no, he never liked me, and he doesn't like me now, and I'm out. I'm done.
Wow.
So I want to thank Sean McGrail for putting Michael in charge of me.
Yes.
And immediately dismissing me of my duties.
In Times Square, of all places.
I don't know what we're doing in Times Square.
Pretty random.
This medication I'm on, I don't know.
Did you eat anything before you go to bed or anything last night? Maybe you got home and ate something? That's sometimes can send your dreams.
No, I had a glass of wine.
More medication.
Yeah, medication.
We may need to revisit this. As Drupal Cabrera batting with a tying run at second base, a pitch in the dirt. Saltalamacchia couldn't find it right away. Able to find it before Kipnis could advance.
Breaking ball here from John Lackey in the dirt. Nice block by Saltalamacchia. Keeping Kipnis at second base. I know Jim works for the Orioles, and I'm sure he's got a long-term deal there. And I know Buck's doing play-by-play up in Toronto.
Well, actually, Jim Palmer only does half the Orioles games. Mike Flanagan does the other half, so he would be available.
That's why they've got 2 guys.
Right.
That's why they got 2 guys.
So he could come here the other half of the season.
Right. And I got to go scramble for a job next year. I make $25. You got to cut back on expenses immediately.
Wow. I look forward to working with you those 5 games, though. Those would be great.
Yeah, we'll have a good time.
That is in there for strike 2, 2-2.
The 5 will probably only be in spring training.
That would be. Well, I hope this restaurant thing works out then. That this is. It is
right now. If dreams come true, it better work out.
I think my phone is ringing. That may be Buck now. This is hit well to deep right field. Reddick headed back towards the corner, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Asdrubal Cabrera to put the Indians on top. Cabrera with his 18th home run of the year. And just like that, the Cleveland Indians take a 4-3 lead.
Well, Cabrera's their main man on offense in this lineup. As Don mentioned, 18 home runs. He now has 63 runs batted in. He gets look like the cut fastball from Lockey and takes it right down in that right field area for the home run, similar to where Kyle Crawford hit his. A little bit more to the right for Asdrubal Cabrera.
So 1 down, bases empty now thanks to the 2-run shot, and here's Travis Hafner, who takes strike 1 over the inside corner. Hafner's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short, flied out to center. It's over the outside corner, and it is 0-2.
Change up that time from Lockey on the outside part of the plate for the strike to get up 0-2.
This one grounded foul down towards the tarp area. Four runs on 6 hits, no errors now for the Indians. 3 runs on 8 hits and an error for the Red Sox. There's an 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. In the air, struck well towards the bullpen, back towards the pen and into it. Back-to-back home runs for the Cleveland Indians. Travis Hafner has hit his 10th home run of the year, and it is a 5-3 Indians lead now. Kurt Young on the phone after these back-to-back home runs here in the 6th inning.
Now, Travis Hafner has not had much success at all against John Lockey, as we showed you earlier. This time he gets a fastball that stays inside, and Hafner takes it into the bullpen for the home run. So that quickly, the Indians take a 5-3 lead in this ball game.
I want to remind you to follow the Red Sox at the MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details. Well, it's a 5-3 Indians lead right now. Red Sox had a 3-1 advantage in this game. It's been a 3-run top of the 6th inning so far for the Indians. Action for the first time for the Red Sox. Franklin Morales up for the Red Sox. Carlos Santana has fouled out and singled. It is the 5th time the Indians have gone back-to-back this season. And the 3rd time that Lackey has given up 2 home runs in a start. Asdrubal Cabrera with a 2-run shot, then Hafner with a solo shot, and Indians go back-to-back here in the 6th inning. For Cabrera, his 18th. For Hafner, his 10th. Swing and a miss as Santana strikes out. It's the 4th strikeout for Lackey. 2 down.
First 3 strikeouts coming in the first 2 innings. The 4th strikeout here in the 6th on a changeup. Down and away from Santana.
The Indians have had trouble scoring runs for the most part. They are 8th in the American League in runs scored. This one is cranked foul down towards the tarp area.
It's interesting, Don, when you look at their numbers offensively, about the middle of the pack with everything, and pitching wise, pretty close to the Red Sox in most categories.
Red Sox with a 3.89 earned run average. Cleveland 3.99. Ball and a strike to Kosuke Fukudome. There's strike 2, 1 and 2. Indians are 11th in average, while the Red Sox are 1st in batting average. Fukudome sends it down the right field line, a foul ball. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Two outs here in the 6th inning. A 3-run top of the 6th inning for the Indians. Kosuke Fukudome is 0 for 2 in the game and waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Fukudome. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lackey. Now Carl Crawford will be coming up, batting 2nd in the order. He homered his first time up. It's 5-3 Indians on top. The only 2 pitchers to throw 5+ innings in each of their first 20 major league games. Josh Tomlin and Daisuke Matsuzaka, tonight's starter. Tomlin entering the night having thrown 5+ innings now and 34 career starts as he works here in the 6th inning. Dates back to July 27th of last year. Tomlin, the only Cleveland pitcher in club history to accomplish this feat, and now the only major league pitcher since 1919 to pitch at least 5 innings in his first 29 games. Daisuke Matsuzaka was the previous leader when he pitched 5+ in each of his first 28 games with the Red Sox in 2007. Daisuke finished that season with 15 wins in 32 starts and is 4th in Rookie of the Year voting. 5-3 Indians lead. Ortiz grounds with his shortstop Cabrera cutting it off and throwing out David. He is 0 for 3 in the game, 1 down here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, David having a little bit of a struggle right now, 1 for his last 16. As he hits that ground ball into the shift to Asdrubal Cabrera.
1 out for Carl Crawford, who homered his last time up. Solo shot in the 3rd inning, which at the time gave the Red Sox a 3-1 advantage. And it is the Indians coming back here in this game and on top 5-3. This is struck well to left. This should grab some wall and does about halfway up. Herrera plays the carom and into second, standing with a wall ball double is Carl Crawford.
Well, nice job tonight by Crawford, obviously pulling the ball for a home run, now going inside out to the opposite field off the wall. That ball down out over the plate. Nice swing by Crawford as he takes it off the left field wall and has the easy double.
And 14 doubles on the year for Crawford. Safe at second, safe and secure. New York life. Tim Belcher, the pitching coach, out to talk to Tomlin. We'll take a game break and check in with Tom Caron. TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is 5-3, Indians on top as the Red Sox have Carl Crawford at second base. 1 out in the inning. And the extended visit here for Tim Belcher, the pitching coach. Josh Tomlin, the pitching line for Tomlin, brought to you by Lexus. 5 1/3 innings, 9 hits and 3 runs, no walks, 2 Ks. He's about to throw his 90th pitch. Do have action in the Indians bullpen. Rafael Perez is up and warming, a left-hander. Jared Saltalamacchia, 1 for 2 in the game, getting his 3rd at bat of the night. Doubled in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. Saltalamacchia, broken bat, fly ball to deep right field into the corner. Fukudome will watch it leave. A 2-run home run for Jared Saltalamacchia. Broken bat home run at that, and the Red Sox tie the score 5-5.
Number 10 on the season for Saltalamacchia, a broken bat home run down that right field line. Right field line has been very popular tonight. That was toward the end of the bat, broke the bat, but still Saltalamacchia driving enough power into it to get it out of the ballpark for a home run.
Now to strike 1 to Josh Reddick. Red Sox tie it up. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on NESN. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. This is a pop-up to shallow left. Shortstop Cabrera out, Brantley in. And Brantley makes the catch, 2 down. Two away for Mike Aviles. Aviles took over for Marco Scudero, left the game with dizziness. Aviles struck out looking in the 4th inning. Hits it on the ground to short, whereas Asdrubal Cabrera throws him out and ends the inning. But a 2-run home run for Jared Saltalamacchia ties this game 5-5. Bath. Do what the Red Sox did. Turn to Frank Webb's Bath Centers. The showrooms of FWF. Find a showroom near you at frankwebb.com. 5-5 game. Top half of the 7th inning at Fenway Park thanks to a 2-run shot by Jared Saltalamacchia. We are all tied up. Matt Laporta leads it off here for the Cleveland Indians in the top half of the 7th inning. Laporta, Chisenhall, and Carrera. Breaking ball missing inside for ball 1. Laporta has grounded out twice to the shortstop. He is 0 for 2. That's in there for strike 1, 1-1. Lucky now at 96 pitches in his outing. Up the back-to-back home runs in the 6th inning. And a swing and a miss, 1 and 2. There is action behind him. It's Franklin Morales last inning. It is Franklin Morales again. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up into shallow left center. Out goes the shortstop Aviles. In comes Crawford. And Carl Crawford makes the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Josh Beckett takes them out for the Red Sox tomorrow in the 2nd game of the series. Beckett picked up the win in his last start against the Indians on May 24th in Cleveland. Allowed just 1 run and 5 hits while striking out 6 in 6 2/3 innings pitched. Beckett is 1-1 with a 3.09 ERA and 2 starts against the Indians this season. Our live coverage begins tomorrow at 6 with Red Sox first pitch right here on NESN. 1 out in the 7th inning for Lonnie Chisenhall. There is strike 1. Chisenhall has flied out to center and popped out to second base. Chops this one foul down towards the tarp, and it's 0-2. John Lackey at 100 tonight, just surpassing his average. Still a ways to go to get to his season high. .118 was against Toronto, at Toronto back on May 11th. They elevate, and Chisenhall's able to foul it off. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. Ball 2 strikes to Chisenhall. Ezequiel Carrera waiting on deck. Indians batting here in the 7th. In the air to left, struck well. Crawford going back in front of the scoreboard to make the catch. Yes, a little bit of a bobble, but he's got it.
Yeah, it looked like the ball bounced up out of his glove and then back into his glove as he goes back to the warning track. Contact, out, back in.
Two down here in the 7th inning. Going to bring up Carrera. Singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Grounded out to first in the 5th. 1 for 2 night for the number 9 man in the Indians order and center fielder. Late swing and foul. And since the back-to-back home runs, Lackey has retired 4 Indians in a row. Immediately following the game tonight, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Jim, and Heidi. You'll get a breakdown of John Lackey's performance tonight. You'll also hear Red Sox starters' post-game thoughts and manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. You're also going to see Jim Rice's bow tie. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. This is lined into center field. And Ezequiel Carrera has got a 2-out single, his second hit of the night. And looks like that's going to do it for Lackey.
Breaking ball edge from John Lackey. A curveball that's taken up the middle for the base hit.
Lackey wants one more batter. Terry Francona has other ideas. So with 2 outs in the 7th inning, game tied 5-5.
To you in part by Foxwoods Resort Casino. From Fenway to Foxwoods, it's Red Sox Month at Foxwoods, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox. Celebrate being a fan of the league's greatest team. Visit foxwoods.com for more information.
Game tied up 5-5. 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning. As this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. The pitcher is Franklin Morales. The scoreless 8th inning against Kansas City at home. Did not pitch in Chicago in the weekend series. And a toss over brings Gonzalez off the bag. '15th appearance for Franklin Morales. 4.61 earned run average. 11 strikeouts in 13 2/3, and opponents hitting at .250 against him. Another throw to first, and much closer this time, and Carrera back to the bag.
As we've seen in the past, Morales not afraid to use that pickoff move at first base. And even leaning back toward first base, Carrera has to dive back. Might have another pickoff attempt.
We talked about his move many times, looking like his entire body and his foot's coming towards the plate and kind of slinging it towards first. Looks a lot like a very close walk. It has not been called at any point.
first base with 3 steals. He's been caught a couple of times. Could be going if he gets the opportunity here with 2 outs.
That's in there for strike 1 to Brantley. Brantley struck out in the first inning, doubled in the third, and grounded out to first base in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI. In there for strike 2, 0-2.
Good snapping curveball there from Morales to quickly get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
For the first end, Carrera back to the bag again. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 95 and up. 7th inning stretch from Fenway. Game tied 5-5. Let's check in with your need to know with Nesson Daily, presented by Sunlight Financial. Here's Randy Scott. Simple as your checking account shouldn't come with a whole lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. We head to the last half of the 7th inning. Game tied 5-5. And the new pitcher for the Indians is Rafael Perez. 47th appearance, 3-1 with a 2.13 earned run average. 42 in the 3rd innings, 37 hits, 27 strikeouts, and from sitting at 237 against Perez.
Lefty's only hitting .213 against Perez, and of course will be facing Ellsbury to lead off the inning.
He's given up 8 earned runs in his last 27 and a third innings. Ellsbury leads it off and takes ball 1 as that one gets away. Jacoby 0 for 3 in the game. As he is flied out to the warning track, reached on a fielder's choice and popped out. Red Sox have Tanya Bard getting ready for the 8th inning. So they try to grab the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. And there for strike one, 1-1. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Gonzalez expected here in the 7th inning. That is strike 2. And 24 appearances the end of last year into May of this year without giving up a run. One-two is grounded back to Perez. Fields and throws. And Ellsbury is 0 for 4 in the game tonight. One down here in the 7th. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dustin Pedroia, the batter. Single in the first inning. Cincinnati has flied out twice. 1 for 3 night for Pedroia. And he takes strike 1 from Perez. Perez out of the pen last year made 70 appearances and was 6-1 with a 3.25 earned run average. His major league career has been spent with the Indians. On his 6th season in Cleveland.
We've got a couple of good lefties out of the pen in Perez and Sip.
The one is on the ground and knocked down by the shortstop Cabrera. It'll be a base hit for Pedroia, his 2nd hit of the night.
Multiple hit game for Dustin Pedroia. Ground ball knocked down by Asdrubal Cabrera. But even if he comes up with this clean, no chance to get Dustin at first base. So the Red Sox with a base runner with 1 out.
1 out, 1 on for Adrian Gonzalez, who singled back in the 3rd inning. A 1 for 3 night. Take strike 1 over the outside corner. The league leaders are brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE. And the ranks in the American League for Adrian Gonzalez: 1st in average, 1st in hits, RBIs, total bases, and 2nd in slugging percentage. Adrian takes pitch outside, 1-1. He's second only to Jose Bautista in slugging percentage. Adrian at .571, Bautista at .656.
Bautista leads the league in home runs with 31.
And an on-base percentage. The 1-1 pitch will have to wait. Toss to first and back is Pedroia. Ball 1 strike to Adrian Gonzalez. All 2-1. Ellsbury grounded out to begin the inning. Pedroia with a base hit. 1 out, 1 on as Rafael Perez falls behind here, 2-1. Gonzalez grounds it foul. into the Red Sox dugout, and it's 2-2.
Nice play there by Dave Magadan, the Red Sox hitting coach, reaching out with his left hand.
In the dirt, blocked by Santana, and it is a full count, 3-2. Advance for Pedroia at first base, 1 out in the inning. Kevin Youkilis waits on deck. Red Sox batting here in inning number 7 in a 5-5 game. Boston trailed 5-3 with Jared Saltalamacchia hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning to tie it up. 3-2 pitch. Gonzalez grounds it to first. It is a fair ball. They go to second for 1. Return throw to first is in time. Double play. 3-6-3 to end things in the 7th. We head for the 8th. Tied 5-5. City Electric's Red Sox final with TC, Jim, and Heidi. Check in on all the highlights from around the majors, including CC Sabathia going for win number 16. We'll also analyze the winners and losers from the trading deadline yesterday. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. 5-5 game as we play into the 8th inning back at Fenway Park. The pitcher for the Red Sox and the third of the night is Daniel Bard. 50th appearance, 1-4 with a 1.76 earned run average. 49 strikeouts in 51 innings, and opponents hitting at just 166 against him. And an inning and a third yesterday at Chicago, extending that career-long scoreless streak to 26 and a third innings over his last 25 games. Last time he gave up a run was on May 27th. He's given up just 17 base runners, 11 hits, 6 walks, 25 Ks since then. This is to center field, and it'll get in for a base hit in front of Ellsbury. Let's send it back down to Heidi.
And as you were just talking about, Daniel Bard's been just about perfect for the last couple of months. That 26 and a third scoreless inning streak. Terry Francona talked about that earlier today.
He might not be on a run. He might just be really good. I mean, the fact whether he's going to give up a run at some point, but he's just really good. He's, as with a lot of good players, as they maintain health, they learn the league, they learn themselves. It's really impressive. And he's in an area that, when he is pitching like this, he impacts the game so much because he always comes in with the game on the line.
Bard's scoreless streak is the longest active streak in the majors and longest overall by an American League pitcher this season. The only longer scoreless inning streak by a Red Sox reliever in a single season was Bob Stanley's 27 1/3 innings in 1980. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Leadoff base hit here for Jason Kipnis to begin the 8th. There's Drupal Cabrera batting with a runner at first. As Bard has fallen behind 2-0. There is strike 1, 2-1. As Drupal Cabrera grounded out in the first inning, singled and scored in the 4th, hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. His 18th home run of the year. RBI 62 and 63. This one fouled off to the left, 2-2. One for one in his career against Bard. Hafner homered in his last at bat as the Indians went back-to-back in home runs. Line down the right field line, foul.
See Cabrera there expecting a fastball at 98, 99. Instead he gets that slider from Daniel Bard and is way out in front of it, pulling it foul. But by pulling it foul, he gets another chance.
In the air to right field, down the line towards the pole, and that ball is off the wall. It is a fair ball, and to third base goes Kipnis as Cabrera reaches at first.
We may have an argument on this.
He thinks it's a home run. He was pointing down in that direction. And the first base umpire, Todd Titchener, looking down that line. Here comes Manny Acta.
This may end up even being a replay. We'll have to wait and see. Breaking ball again from Daniel Bard, and right down that right field line. Does it get into the stands? Looks like it might have done.
I don't know. Tough to tell if it hit on top of the wall. I'm just trying to figure out why it came back the way it did.
A weird ricochet.
Looks like it hits the top of that wall where that ledge is, maybe.
It either hit the top of the wall or hit a chair in the first row.
Because it does come back strangely.
It comes back very strange. Usually when it hits the top of the wall like that, it goes into the stands.
They think it's a home run down there. We'll see. They are reviewing it. The crew chief is Jerry Davis, and we'll get another look. It's a little closer, and I don't know.
Still tough to tell. It looked to me like it might have been out of the ballpark. We lose sight of it there for a second, don't we?
Where does it hit, though, if it doesn't hit the top of the wall? They're all kind of blocking the chairs. It's my only thought.
I wouldn't go back to that one shot where it seems like we lose sight of the baseball. This one right here. See it? Looks like it hit maybe the arm of the chair. Awfully tough to tell. That is going to be a tough one to review for the umpires, even with all the replays we have. But the way it bounced back on the field, it looked like it may have been a home run.
The last run that Bard had given up was back on May 23rd, if he has indeed given up a run here. I thought it may be one of those stanchions. See that thing right there at the top of the wall, just the way it came off?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hanging there. I don't think it would have hit the cup and then come back, the cup holder there. And the question is, if it hits that stanchion that's on top of the wall, I don't think it's gone.
Well, no, probably not. But the other thing that scares me is right here where you kind of lose sight of the baseball and then it bounces back on the field. That's the angle that scares me.
The last run that Bard had given up was a double for Cabrera. It was a blown save, and here is Cabrera again, maybe taking it out of the yard here against Bard. And we'll have to wait and see what the umpires decide. We're sort of non-committal here, and we'll see what Jerry Davis. You understand why they're taking some time to get this done, because we've looked at it a lot too. Pretty rare. Most of these are pretty conclusive. This one, I don't know.
This one is inconclusive in my view. As many times as we've looked at it, it's awfully tough to tell. Let's see what they come up with.
Home run. Wow. A 2-run home run for Asdrubal Cabrera, and it's now 7-5 Indians. This will bring Terry Francona out.
Now, the only replay that looked to me like it was a home run was when we had it blown up and you kind of lost sight of the baseball for a second, a split second, before it bounced back on the field. Take a look at the pitch. It's the breaking ball. It's down and in. The line drive by Cabrera. And here's that blown up version where to me it looks like it does go into the stands, then bounces back. It's still so tough to tell. It really didn't take the umpires all that long to make the decision. And Bard certainly does not like the decision, nor does Kevin Youkilis.
So it is a 2-run shot, the second home run of the night for Asdrubal Cabrera. And now a 2-run advantage for the Indians on top, 7-5. And Travis Hafner now coming up. He homered in the 6th inning. So a great night for Asdrubal Cabrera. There's strike one to Hafner. Second career multi-home run game for Cabrera. Had another one May 22nd of this season against Cincinnati. And has 2 home runs against the Red Sox tonight. Hafner chops it towards second. Pedroia will play it. And throws out Hafner for the first out here of the 8th. So the streak is over for Bard. There's one out here in the 8th inning. There is action now in the Red Sox pen. Randy Williams, a left-hander, up. There's Carlos Santana, who was fouled out, singled, and struck out. 1 for 3 night. That is in there for strike one. This one fouled off to the left, out of play. 0-2. So Bard is now on the hook. The starter tonight, John Lackey, not part of the decision. 6 2/3, 8 hits. 5 runs, no walks, 5 Ks. Franklin Morales faced one batter, and Michael Brantley struck him out to end the 7th. And Bard here giving up single to Kipnis to begin the inning, the 2-run home run. Whereas Drupal Cabrera awarded to Cabrera after the umpires convened and reviewed the play and ruled it a home run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Santana rolls it foul into the Red Sox dugout, and it hangs at 1-2. Santana now, Fukudome waiting on deck. As the Indians bat here in the 8th, they have taken a 7-5 lead. Santana fouls off another. It hangs 1-2. Jerry, we have evidence. This is the lady's knee.
Yeah, the lady's knee.
So now we know why it disappeared for a moment. We have, this is like CSI.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Wow. Talk about getting right on top of the action.
We have our answer, and the umpires got it right.
That's before they saw the lady's knee.
Right. They didn't even get to see that. Broken bat, pop-up foul. Santana shattered the bat. That is Wendy Kenya. She's kind enough to show us her knee and the proof. There it is. There are the stitches. Looks like it could have hurt.
Yeah, that's going to blow up like a balloon.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch to Carlos Santana. And it is sent foul off to the left, out of play. Red Sox had a 3-1 lead in this game, trailed 5-3, tied it up 5-5. It is now the Indians on top 7-5 with 1 out in the 8th. Santana fouls off another. Tenth pitch of the at bat coming up for Carlos Santana. Up and away, ball 3, full count. Manny Pistano, a right-hander, warming now for the Indians. So they have a 2-run advantage with 1 out here in the 8th. To Santana is going to miss inside, ball 4. Lengthy at bat for Santana, but he works a 1-out walk. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore, revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Now Bard, who gets 1 out in this 8th inning, will depart with the Red Sox now trailing 7-5. Xfinity. The Red Sox with 2 home runs in the game tonight. Carl Crawford with his 3rd home run of the year against the Indians. Crawford gets his 7th home run of the year, and Jared Saltalamacchia able to get his 10th home run of the year. This one actually tied the game. As Drupal Cabrera with 2 home runs in the game tonight. And the second one just inside into the first row down that right field line. After the play was reviewed, he was awarded the 2-run home run, and 26 1/3 scoreless streak for Bard comes to an end here tonight after 26 2/3 as he ends up giving up the 2-run home run. Randy Williams is in the game for the Red Sox, 5th appearance, 1-1 with a 9.53 earned run average. Red Sox trailing 7-5, 1 out here in the 8th with Carlos Santana at first base and Fukudome at the plate. So they check on Santana at first. Fukudome has struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice. Tried to bunt, sends it foul. This one popped up foul, backing out of play. And it is 0-2 to Fukudome. Bard responsible for Santana, who's at first base. He goes a 3rd of an inning, giving up 2 hits. And 2 runs so far. The 2-run home run by Cabrera. Walked a batter. Did not strike anybody out in this outing. 0-2 is a little bit high. 1-2. Williams did not pitch over the weekend in Chicago. Last outing was on the 27th against Kansas City. Gave up a run in an inning in 2/3. Signed with the Red Sox as a minor league free agent during the offseason. Here's a ground ball base hit through the left side into left field. Santana takes second base on the single for Fukudome.
First hit of the night for Fukudome, going to the opposite field against the left-handed. The ground ball between 3rd and short.
Two on and 1 out for Matt Laporta, who is 0 for 3 in the game tonight. Indians first baseman has grounded out to short twice and flied out to left. And he takes strike 1. This is to left, struck well. Crawford going back onto the warning track. It's over his head and will one-hop the wall. Santana coming around to score. It is an RBI double for Matt Laporta, and the Cleveland Indians take an 8-5 lead. That run is charged to Daniel Bard. So he gives up 3 runs in a 1/3 of an inning.
Ball not hit high enough for Crawford to get back in time. It hit the bottom of the wall, but it was more of a line drive than a fly ball. And it gets over the head of Crawford off the base of the wall, and the run scores for the Indians. So Cleveland having a big inning here in the top of the 8th. Red Sox with 1 out will have to pull the infield in.
Matt Albers warming in the pen. It is 2nd and 3rd, still just 1 out, and there's Lonnie Chisenhall, who is 0 for 3. And he will send it to short. Backhand by Aviles. Looks the runner back and throws to first. Nice play by Aviles at shortstop, 2 down.
Looked like that ball was going to slice away from Aviles, but he's able to go to the backhand, make the play, check the runner at third base, and record the out at first base. Ball slicing away from him off the bat of the left-handed hitter.
So 2 out, second and third, and Ezequiel Cabrera coming up here. He is 2 for 3 in the game from the number 9 spot. Cabrera with a single in the third, a single in the seventh, wrapped around a ground out to first. That's in there for strike one. Swing and a miss. That one's by him in 95, and it's 0-2. Randy Williams with previous pitching experience in the majors with the Seattle Mariners in 04, Padres, San Diego in 05, was Colorado part of 05, and then with the White Sox 2009 and 2010. Ready with an 0-2 to Carrera. That is high, 1-2. Chop to shortstop. Aviles plays the high hop. The throw is in time, and the inning is over. Well, the proof of a 2-run home run is right there. Daniel Bard gives up 3 runs and is now on the hook as the Red Sox trail 8-5.
By Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you covered, it's how you treated. And the Red Sox with 2 home runs in the ball game tonight. First, Kyle Crawford picking up his 7th of the season, and Jared Saltalamacchia, number 10 on the season on a broken bat home run.
Eight to 5, the Cleveland Indians on top of the Red Sox now, thanks to a 3-run 8th inning. Defensive change for the Indians. At third base, Lonnie Chisenhall comes out of the game. Jack Hanahan is now in. And a new pitcher now for the Tribe is Vinny Pistano, who had been up his 44th appearance, 1-0 with a 3.00 earned run average. He's had a tough time lately, his last 13 games, giving up 9 runs in his last 11 innings pitched. So the ERA has jumped on Pistano. He deals with Euclid, Ortiz, and Crawford scheduled here in the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox now trailing by 3 runs. Euclid 2 for 3 in the game, a single and a triple. As there is strike 1 to Euclid. there for strike 2, 0-2. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes.
Castano has held the right-handed hitters to only a 129 batting average against this season. Only 11 hits given up to right-handers.
Swing and a miss. Strikes out Youkilis. Makes quick work of him. 1 down.
All fastballs, too, to Kevin Youkilis. And gets him on one that's away. Up and away. Outside part of the strike zone.
1 down here in the 8th inning. David Ortiz coming up. Indians going into their shift on the right side. Outfield also into their pull mode. As Carrera into right center. Fukudome going over towards right. Ortiz chops it into the shift, and it's Cabrera, the shortstop, cuts in front. And there's 2 down. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. 2 outs here in the 8th, and it brings up Carl Crawford. Carl has flied out to left, homered, and doubled. As he takes strike 1. Breaking ball that time, misses. 1-1.
First slider that Pistano has thrown since being in the game. It's been all fastballs to that point.
This one fouled off himself, hurts. Ball and 2 strikes to Crawford.
It's the second time tonight Carl Crawford has fouled one off his foot.
One-two pitch is high, and it is 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pistano very impressive, makes quick work of the Red Sox in the 8th, has 2 strikeouts, 8-5 Indians.
Are going to have to do without, it seems like, quite some time without Clay Buchholz. So they pick up an Eric Bedard. Hopefully they can fill in, get some of these, get the pitches hot. I hope they can carry through a very difficult situation. When you lose Clay Buchholz, you lose one of the best pitchers in the game.
We now send it back to NESN Daily. Baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your New England Toyota dealers, Sullivan Tire, and by your New England Subaru dealers. Ninth inning back at Fenway Park, 8-5. Cleveland on top of Boston as the Indians come to bat in the ninth. And a new pitcher in for the Red Sox, their fifth of the night, as Matt Albers takes over. Albers' 36th appearance, 3-3 with a 2.09 earned run average, 43 innings, 43 strikeouts. And opponents sitting at 213 against Albers. Month of July didn't give up a run in 13 1/3 innings. It's just 163 against Albers. Michael Brantley leading it off and taking ball one. Brantley tonight from the top spot, 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Got to go back to June 25th to find the last run given up by Matt Albers. The 1-0 is in there for strike one, 1-1. There is Chris Perez, the closer for the Indians, getting ready in the pen. In there for strike two, 1-2. Chris Perez is 22 out of 24 in save opportunities on the year. 22 saves, tied for 6th in the American League. A 1-2 pitch to Brantley. On the ground towards short. Aviles has been busy since coming in. Throws out Brantley for the first out of the ninth. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, to stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on Nesson. One out in the ninth inning, and Jason Kipnis about to stand in here. He has struck out, popped out, doubled, and singled. In there for strike one to Kipnis. So Daniel Bard is on the hook. He went a third of an inning, giving up 2 hits and 3 runs. The scoreless streak coming to an end, 26 1/3 innings. He walked a batter, didn't strike anybody out, and is on the hook. He is 1-4 coming into tonight's action out of the pen. The 0-1 for Albers misses inside, 1-1. Chopped foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. Down and in, 2-2. Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth inning. Schedule to have Saltalamacchia, Reddick, and Aviles bat in the inning. Bottom third of the Red Sox order with Chris Perez, closer, warming in the pen. 2-2. In the air, deep to right field, sending Reddick back onto the warning track at the wall. It is gone into the bullpen. Jason Kipnis with his second home run of the year gives the Indians now a 4-run lead on top, 9-5.
Well, it has been the home run ball tonight for the Indians. That's been a big problem for the Red Sox. Gets that sinker that's down, but still able to lift it into the Red Sox bullpen for the home run. Reddick running out of real estate. And just in front of that Red Sox bullpen out there.
There is Asdrubal Cabrera.
who hits a high fly ball out to right center field. Reddick moves in and makes the catch for the second out of the ninth. Two away, and Travis Hafner coming up. Hafner with a home run of his own back in the 6th inning. Solo shot, his 10th of the year. A 1-for-4 night for Hafner. Outside ball 2-0. A little more insurance provided by Kipnis here in this inning for the Indians, who lead by 4 runs. Hafner takes strike 1, and it's 2-1. Third time the Indians have had 4 home runs in a game. 2-1 is inside. It's 3-1. Indians went back-to-back in the 6th inning. Cabrera with a 2-run shot. Hafner, who's at the plate now, hit a solo home run. Then Cabrera with a 2-run home run in the 8th, and more recently Jason Kipnis with a solo shot in the 9th. Swing and a miss, full count for Hafner. Carlos Santana waits on deck. Closer for the Indians is not warming any longer now that Red Sox trail by 4. There is strike 3 to Travis Hafner. He strikes out to end the top half of the 9th inning. Coming up, it's Jared Saltalamacchia, Josh Reddick, and Mike Aviles. Red Sox trail by 4. As we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and it is the closer who comes into the game, Chris Perez. A non-save situation now, his 41st appearance, 2-5 with a 2.95 earned run average. He is 22 out of 24 in save opportunities, 23 strikeouts to 19 walks And opponents hitting at 214 against Chris Perez. Well, it's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. And Asdrubal Cabrera with a 2-run home run after further review and proof down the right field line, as this is indeed a home run off the knee. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Jared Saltalamacchia leading it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Saltalamacchia with a double in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 3rd, then a 2-run home run which tied the game. 5-5 in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss for Saltalamacchia, and it's 1-2. Well, Daniel Bard has really had trouble this year. There's Asdrubal Cabrera, as it's turned out. And the 8th inning has really been the problem for him in the meetings against him. That's normally where Bard works, so not a surprise that it is in that inning. But you go back to April 7th, suicide squeeze in the 1-0 Cleveland win. That came in the 8th. May 23rd, RBI double proved to be the winning run. That was against Bard by Asdrubal Cabrera. And here tonight, the 2-run go-ahead home run by Cabrera comes in the 8th inning again, and it's off Bard again. So he's been a nemesis for Daniel Bard. Officially 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs against him and 3 games on the year. 1-2 is missing, and it's 2-2.
Now, there's no getting around it. Asdrubal Cabrera is a very good baseball player. I mean, he's good offensively, he's good defensively. An all-star this year with the Cleveland Indians.
Up high, ball 3, and a full count to leadoff hitter in the 9th. Last 3 outings, Perez has given up 4 runs and walked 3. Not been particularly sharp lately for the Indians. Swing and a miss, but he does strike out Saltalamacchia to begin the 9th inning. 1 down.
Stano came in and struck out 2 in the 8th inning. Perez picks up the strikeout to lead off batter Saltalamacchia here in the 9th inning.
One down for Josh Reddick, who singled in the 2nd inning, a 1-for-3 night. Reddick takes strike 1. In there for strike 2, and it's 0-2.
The crowd didn't like that. I think everybody thought that pitch might have been a little low. And it does appear to be just below the strike zone.
Swinging the foul and hangs it 0-2 to Reddick. Josh Beckett and David Huff will pitch here tomorrow in game 2. Beckett will be looking for his 10th win of the year, 9-4 against Huff, who is a left-hander. 1-1 with a 0.71. Indians trying to wrap up game 1. Here's an 0-2 and a foul ball by Reddick. Indians scoring a lot of runs late. 3 runs in the 8th, a run in the 9th, lead it by 4 here in the 9th. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Perez in the 9th. Saltalamacchia and now Reddick 2 down.
It's a pretty impressive combination they've thrown at the Red Sox here in the 8th and 9th inning. Elevates the fastball that time, about let a high, no contact by Reddick.
Here is Mike Aviles, who is 0 for 2. He had struck out looking in the 4th inning and grounded out in the 6th. There is strike 1. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox Final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Here's a line drive into right field. It's in for a base hit. Mike Aviles with his first hit in a Red Sox uniform.
Aviles taking the ball the other way. That fastball inside, but an inside-out swing by Aviles to pick up the base hit. Keeps the Red Sox alive for the time being here in the 9th.
So 2 outs. Aviles at first base and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. 0 for 4 in the game. As he takes strike 1. Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. 2 down in the 9th. Breaking ball that time, and it's 1-1. Taps it foul. Ellsbury down 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 9th. Ellsbury looks at ball 2, is taking second base. Is Aviles. Defensive indifference as he takes second base. Ellsbury fouls it off, stays alive. Perez in a non-save situation, trying to finish it off here for the Indians. Two-two pitch. Ellsbury pops it up down the left field line. Hanahan, the third baseman, can't catch it. It's fair, and it jumps up into the seats for a double. This will play to Aviles, and the Red Sox make it 9-6.
Well, you take him any way you can get him. A little bloop down that left field line with a lot of spin on it. Ellsbury wondering whether it's going to be fair, foul, or out of play. It ends up fair and bounces in the stands with all that spin for the double.
So now Jacoby at second base with 2 down in the inning. Dustin Pedroia has had a 2-hit night. Both singles to left field. There is strike 1 to Pedroia. Two for 4 against Perez in his career. A couple of singles. On the ground at third base. Hanahan, little stumble, but his throw across is in time. And the Indians are able to take game 1 of the series. The Red Sox able to get a run in the bottom of the 9th inning, but it's Cleveland. Comes away with a 9-6 victory here tonight at Fenway Park. And for the Red Sox, An unusual thing to happen to Daniel Bard tonight at the end of this game that has given the Indians a 9-6 win.
Well, being on such a great streak, I mean, it was going to end sooner or later, and on a very close home run down that right field line. But, you know, you got to give credit to Asdrubal Cabrera. This guy's one of the better players in the American League that a lot of people really don't know about. And he put on quite a show tonight with a couple of home runs in this ball game, one off Lackey and, of course, the one off Bard to give the Indians that 9-6 win. The Indians have been a problem for the Red Sox this season.
Now they take game one of this 4-game series, winning 9-6 for Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney. I'm Don Rosillo saying good night from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow night for game 2 of the series. Beckett will face Huff in the pitching matchup. Live coverage from Yawkey Way begins at 6. It's been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. Let's send it now to the NESN HD Television Center and Tom Caron.